Welcome to War Bios, the podcast where we delve into the lives of history's most fascinating military leaders. I'm your host, General Biography. Today, we're going to explore the life of Johann Tilly, a renowned German general who played a pivotal role in shaping the course of European history during the 17th century. Born on February 16, 1559, in Kaltenthal, a small town in the bishopric of Trier, Tilly was the son of Johann Wilhelm Tilly, a minor noble, and his wife Margarethe von Hoven. The family's modest estate, nestled in the rolling hills of the Moselle region, provided a tranquil backdrop for Tilly's formative years. As a young boy, Tilly would have been immersed in the rich cultural heritage of the Rhineland, where the Catholic Counter-Reformation was gaining momentum. The influence of the Jesuits, who had established a strong presence in the region, likely played a significant role in shaping Tilly's worldview and instilling in him a sense of moral purpose. His education, though not extensively documented, would have followed the traditional pattern for young nobles of his time, with instruction in Latin, French, and Spanish, as well as training in arms and horsemanship. Tilly's family background was marked by a long tradition of military service. His father, Johann Wilhelm, had fought in the armies of the Holy Roman Empire, and his cousin, Johann von Gour, was a respected military commander. This familial legacy would have instilled in Tilly a strong sense of duty and ambition, driving him to pursue a career in the military. In 1575, at the age of 16, Tilly joined the Spanish army, enlisting as a cadet in the regiment of his cousin, Johann von Gour. This marked the beginning of his military career, which would span decades and take him to battlefields across Europe. Though still a young man, Tilly had already demonstrated a keen sense of purpose and ambition, qualities that would serve him well as he navigated the complex web of alliances and rivalries that characterized 17th-century European politics. As Tilly approached adulthood, he would have been aware of the tumultuous events unfolding across Europe. The Dutch Revolt, which had begun in the 1560s, was still ongoing, while the Catholic Counter-Reformation was gaining momentum. These conflicts would eventually draw Tilly into their orbit, setting him on a path that would lead him to become one of the most influential military leaders of his time. The historical context of Tilly's early years is crucial in understanding the man he would become. The 16th century was a time of great upheaval in Europe, with the Protestant Reformation challenging the authority of the Catholic Church and the rise of nation-states like Spain, France, and the Holy Roman Empire. Tilly's experiences during this period, including his exposure to the Jesuits and his early military training, would shape his worldview and inform his decisions as a commander. With his dedication, strategic acumen, and sense of purpose, Tilly is ready to take on the challenges of the 17th century battlefield. As the 30 Years' War erupted in 1618, Tilly found himself at the forefront of the conflict, leading the Catholic League's armies against the Protestant forces. His early victories, particularly at the Battle of White Mountain in 1620, showcased his mastery of tactics and his ability to adapt to the ever-changing landscape of war. The Battle of White Mountain, fought on November 8, 1620, was a decisive victory for Tilly, as he led the Catholic League's forces to a crushing defeat of the Protestant army, securing a significant advantage for the Catholics in the early years of the war. Tilly's military campaigns during this period were marked by innovative tactics and a deep understanding of the complexities of warfare. He recognized the importance of logistics, ensuring that his armies were well supplied and equipped to withstand the rigors of prolonged campaigns. His ability to inspire loyalty among his troops was legendary, and he was known for his fairness and compassion towards his soldiers. This unique blend of military prowess and leadership qualities earned him the respect and admiration of his peers, as well as the fear and awe of his enemies. One of Tilly's most notable achievements during this period was his conquest of the Palatinate, a strategic region in southwestern Germany that controlled key trade routes and access to the Rhine River. His campaign, which began in 1620, was marked by a series of brilliant maneuvers, as he outmaneuvered and outfought the Protestant forces, ultimately securing control of the region for the Catholic League. The conquest of the Palatinate not only showcased Tilly's military genius, but also demonstrated his ability to think strategically, recognizing the long-term implications of controlling this crucial region. Tilly's successes on the battlefield were not limited to the early years of the war. In 1626, he achieved a stunning victory at the Battle of Lutter am Barenberg, where he defeated a combined force of Danish and Protestant troops. This battle was significant, not only for its military implications, but also for its impact on the balance of power in Europe. The victory cemented Tilly's reputation as one of the greatest generals of his time and secured his position as a leading figure in the Catholic League. Rather, they were the culmination of years of dedication, hard work, and strategic thinking. His ability to analyze complex situations, adapt to changing circumstances, and inspire loyalty among his troops made him a formidable opponent on the battlefield. Tilly's experiences during the 30 Years' War also had a profound impact on his personal life. The conflict took a heavy toll on his physical and mental health, as he faced numerous challenges and hardships on the battlefield. Despite these difficulties, Tilly remained committed to his cause, driven by a deep sense of duty and conviction. His innovative tactics, leadership qualities, and strategic thinking have left an indelible mark on the art of warfare. As the war dragged on, Tilly found himself increasingly at odds with the Catholic League's leadership, particularly with the powerful Elector of Bavaria, Maximilian I. Despite his impressive military victories, Tilly grew disillusioned with the political machinations and petty squabbles that hindered the war effort. His frustration was compounded by the devastating impact of the war on the civilian population, which he deeply regretted. In 1631, Tilly suffered a severe defeat at the Battle of Breitenfeld, where his forces were routed by the Swedish army led by King Gustavus Adolphus. This loss marked a significant turning point in the war and had far-reaching consequences for Tilly's career. Although he continued to serve as a military commander, his influence began to wane, and he became increasingly withdrawn. Tilly's personal life also suffered during this period. He faced financial difficulties, and his health began to decline due to the rigors of war and the strain of responsibility. Despite these challenges, Tilly remained committed to his faith and his duty, continuing to serve as a military leader until his death on April 30, 1632. His innovative tactics, emphasis on logistics, and leadership qualities have inspired generations of military leaders. The Prussian military strategist Karl von Clausewitz, for example, often cited Tilly as an exemplary model of a skilled commander. Tilly's influence can also be seen in the development of modern military doctrine, where his emphasis on adaptability, speed, and maneuverability remains a cornerstone of effective military strategy. Rather, they were the culmination of his unwavering dedication to his craft, his unshakable conviction in his cause, and his profound sense of duty. Tilly's story serves as a powerful reminder that true greatness is not measured solely by success or achievement, but also by the character and principles that guide us. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the life of one of history's most remarkable military leaders. That's all for today's War Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, I'm General Biography reminding you to keep marching toward victory.